Hello and good day, everyone. I hope all of you are doing well at your homes right now. Welcome to this video recorded lecture. The main objective of this recorded lecture is to educate you the basic concepts of completion and short answer type of test, in which we are going to share to you the guidelines, the advantages, the limitations on developing completion and short answer type of test. And it is advantageous in our part because as we become future educators one of these days, we already have the background on how to create this type of test accurately and effectively. But before we begin, let me first tell you a short glimpse on what is completion and short answer type of test. So some of you might be wondering, might be confused on what is the difference between the fill in the blanks, the identification, short answer, or completion type of test. So actually, this type of test are slightly similar in a sense that it falls under the category of objective test supply type. So as for completion and short answer, learners are required to insert or to supply the missing word or words in order to complete a sentence or series of sentences. So it is usually used to test or to assess the skills and knowledge of the learners. As for me, I first encountered this type of test since elementary, and it is quite challenging on our part as a learner because in answering this type of test, there is no options, there is no choices. So you really need to understand or to comprehend the question well so that you could get the correct answer. For me, even if it is challenging, I can also say that it is effective. This type of test is effective at the same time because I also believe in the notion that a good test must be done slightly elevated from the intelligence of your learners. So what you are seeing in your screen right now is an example of completion and short answer type of test. To further explain to you about the different concepts of this type of test, here's Miss Irish Cisaldo along with my group mates to explain that to you.
Good day everyone, it's me, Cisaldo Irish Desiree from BTL Ed 2. So, one of the advantage in completion and short answer item is the construction of a completion question is relatively easy. So, in this type of test, the students relatively construct an essay and do not require detailed type of test. So, the students in this test also provides their own reasoning based on their own idea, knowledge, and comprehension on what they learn in every discussion. So, unlike the other type of test, the students can easily choose the answer. But in completion question, you as a teacher can test the knowledge and learnings of your students by letting them construct an essay.
Guessing is eliminated because the questions requires recall. So here we can eliminate guessing. So we can eliminate those students who were only guessing. So in this type of learning activity, we can really test how the student learned or how the student understand this specific topic, and this and it was a great advantage for having this because the questions requires recall, so they need to recall what they have learned from this topic, and with that it really gives a good assessment for student, no, because there is no given choices there, so they have to recall what they have understood, or what they have understand, or what they have learned from that specific topic.
So, good day everyone. It takes less time to complete than the multiple choice item, thus a greater proportion of content can be covered. So, in the fill in the blanks, we tend to answer the questions in a unique and easy way, and it also takes less time than the multiple choice. Fill in the blanks is a good way in completing like a certain questions, unlike multiple choice that we need to choose between 3 or 4 choices given by the teachers. Completion and short answer item is really an advantage in answering certain questions, because in that way we are able to answer directly, easily, and completely the given questions. Through fill in the blanks, we are able to think or understand the topic or content of that certain questions. And also we can get some learning or ideas by knowing on how to answer it through fill in the blanks.
The first limitations of completion and short answer item, or also known as fill in the blank, is it usually encourages a relatively low level of response. So, in using fill in the blank, you can't assure a higher level of response from it. The answers may not be exactly the words expected, though be partially correct. So, for it's difficult to construct a desired response as clearly indicated that lead to low level of response for students. A single line may mislead the students to think the answers and get the correct chance.
Another limitation of completion or short item answer test is scoring can be difficult since the stem must be general enough so as not to communicate the correct answer. So, these can unintentionally lead to more than one defensible answer. So, this means that the scoring method is either difficult or not, since it generalizes the accurate answer. So, in other words, completion and short answer item must be concise and brief in order to refrain from too much word usage. Because if there is too much worthy answers or too much word usage, there will be a tendency of having numerous answers, and it is not considered as a direct to the point that focuses on the answer of completion or the short answer instruction item test.
So another limitations of the completion or fill in the blank types of tests is the restrictions of an answer to a few words tends to measure the recall of specific facts as opposed to mastery of more complex concepts. So the mastery of the subject matter or the topic is vital in this type of test because there is a restrictions of the answers. We cannot manipulate or change the right one. This type of test, the completion or fill in the blanks, requires a critical thinking that measures or to recall specific facts or answers that you need to fill in the blanks. If the teachers use this type of test, students will study hard, unlike multiple choice that there may be a 25% chance that student may be correct or wrong. In the completion or fill in the blanks types of test, it's either the students may get wrong or check because as this type of test has no choices. That's all.